What's up? This is The Vinyl Casket, home to The Lamest Taste. You can check me out on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. All one word, The Vinyl Casket. Where you can subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the bell for much more. And do me a massive favor, guys. Make sure you comment. Make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you follow me on all the socials, because I've been trying to put out a lot of content, all different types. This year's been a little bit rough, but we're trying to push through. It's almost over, and then 2026 we're going to be on a new grind. With that being said, guys, we're checking out our trailer reaction on something I'm really excited about, but it sucks because we're going to have to wait a really long time for this movie. So this is the first trailer, I believe, for the next Hunger Game movie, Sunrise on the Reaping, based off the latest book. This is expected to be released November 20th, 2026. Today is the last day of November 2025, so we have a whole year until this movie comes out, unfortunately. So let's go over here. Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to go 0 here. And hit this. Hall of Justice, getting wheeled out like this, looking like a bumblebee.
Welcome, Panem, to the glorious reaping of District 12.
Lionsgate. I'm really excited. I've loved all the movies so far.
Twice the number of tributes. Twice the glory.
Okay, that's now 2 people from each.
It's time for the second quarter quell.
Okay. I'm gonna see some really interesting faces. Okay.
That's the 50th Hunger Games.
It's the 50th. So the last movie was the 10th Hunger Games, and this is the 50th.
I think these games are going to be different.
Oh. That was cool. So we got a 40-year gap since the last movie. Looks pretty solid, I would say. Looks pretty freaking solid. It's insane because there's an unlimited amount of movies you can make. Obviously, you could make them for every year, right? So there's so many. But the funny part here is Ballad was the 10th, right? And that's how you change it and you make it into this whole contest. And they basically come up with a formula for where it goes, right? And you also get to see the big bad villain, who was the good guy at the beginning of that film, become the way he is. You get to see the trauma that he goes through that changes him internally for life, and when he goes back there, this trajectory is completely messed up and goes towards the direction that we end up seeing him. Now we didn't get to see a massive glimpse of what's going on here in like the universe, like the societal structure and everything, and where these characters that we know where they're at. I don't know how, the main character from the last movie's cousin becomes a cat person, like stuff like that. We don't know any of that yet, right? We have this big gap. Now we're 40 years later, I'm assuming, at least 40 Hunger Games later. And I'm really Yeah, 24 years before the main saga. So this is the story of the year that Haymitch is in the Hunger Games. So we're gonna get a full origin and background on that character that we've known for all those movies, and we're gonna get to see some of the ramifications of what we saw in the last movie actualized in this society, right? So that's really cool. It's a midpoint between what we all watched originally, that origin style movie that we got, and now we have a midpoint. And there's obviously other highlights and other things like that we could touch on later on, but I'm happy that every couple years it looks like we're going to get a new book and a new movie. Like when this movie's about to be released, we're definitely going to get another book. That's what they did with the last one. That movie was released and then this book came out, and now this movie is going to be released and the next book's going to come out, I'm assuming. Looks sick, looks awesome. I'm really into this. No runtime, no rating. But guys, get in the comments. What do you guys think is going to happen? What's your ideas? What's your theories? This was Hunger Games: Sunrise on the Reaping, coming out, expected to come out November 20th, 2026. This is the Violent Casket. Home and Lame is Hasty, sharing on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. All one word. Where you can subscribe, like, and comment. Hit the bell for much more to be Matt's favorite, and stay lame.